So this is our first podcast. We will talk about LDR and interracial couples as life differences from Africa and USA, and the visa journey we've gone through with the K1 visa, as well as our future visa, which is the spouse visa, um, and then also like reviews on current events and many types of videos. I'm Sakima, and I'm from the USA, and my interests and hobbies are really gaming and watching movies and streaming. I like to stream. It's been a while since I've streamed, but I used to stream a lot. And I have a very supportive fiance, and and hopefully everything goes well next month. We will be husband and wife.
Yeah, hello, I'm Emily from Kenya, raised in Kenya, studied in Kenya. Kenya is home. And welcome to our podcast where we're gonna do this with my lovely fiance, who is our soon to be husband. I'm so excited to do this with him.
Me too.
It's so hard, but we'll do it. So you're gonna get to know a little bit of us as time goes by. We'll talk about long distance relationship because we've been in it for 4 years. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's hard.
Yeah.
As well as so many other things. We'll do reviews, so we'll have a fun filled moment reviewing some of the videos that you guys can recommend to us, as well as random videos on the internet. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also questions as well. If anybody have questions, about about the process, anything, we're basically open to almost any questions as long as they're not too personal. Um,
Yeah.
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 But
Yeah, as
other than
well
that,
as the
we're
visa process, because we've gone through. We are currently on the second visa process, so we've had two visa processes, and we are very open to sharing our experiences, the process, and not everything in between. We're not hiding anything.
yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
yeah, as well as we're gonna talk about the different cultures in terms of us being an interracial couple. We're gonna share like different some of the differences, challenges, the good side of it, of the different cultures in Africa and in America. So you better be tuned.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
because we've had it through the 4 years. We definitely have a lot to share with the world. So that's why that was among our intentions on opening up this podcast, to share some of those bits. Yeah.
yeah, we wanted to do it a long time ago. I remember when I first came to visit in Africa, we thought
Hmm.
about documenting and, you know,
Hmm.
like when we first
Yeah,
met in person, things like that. But
but there was a lot to it. In as much as there was a lot of procrastination in it, but
yeah,
then the downside of it was again like my fiance being like someone from a different race, the kind of stares and the kind of just weird reactions from the locals that
yeah,
was making it so hard to even take pictures or videos. But I think it's all about the confidence. So it's something
yeah. Definitely had to,
yeah, we,
yeah, because even for me, it was, my first time in Africa, and it's just so different compared to the United States, and I'm not really fond of like traveling different countries, so I've only been to two countries, and yeah, any traveling I've ever done was always within the states. So when you travel out the country, it's kind of nerve-wracking.
I know there was a lot of things. You were so scared on your first visit. I remember that time, but There's nothing that beats the excitement that was there during that first. Let me tell you something in LDR. Those are some of the most beautiful and lovely moments that can never be taken away. Especially like those airport pickups. Oh my God, they are everything in this world. They're everything in this world. Because I remember the first airport pickup. He was everything. He
Yeah.
was everything.
Yeah, it's a trip how, we video chat so much. I mean, multiple times every day, and seeing you in person, it was like, it was a difference, seeing someone in person, and been speaking with her, so much every single day. I spend every of my lunch breaks with her and the weekends, and she does, she spend all the time with me, and when I get off work sometimes, and she'll still be up. And by the way, in Africa, it depends on the daylight savings times. It's 8 to 7 hours difference ahead. You know, so it's even harder for her because she has to stay up later. You know, so and she does it
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
more than you would think.
yeah. Literally talking about the LDR, communication is something that has to keep you going.
Hmm.
Literally, because you can lose yourself in it. It can
Yeah.
literally affect your mental health, your physical well-being, because it's really draining from physically, mentally, financially, emotionally. So
Yeah.
constant communication, one thing that has made us has kept us going is communication. We've
Hmm.
literally been talking every single day for the past 4 years, and
Every day.
that is something that has kept us going. Because the communication, the good side of it, the more you communicate, the more you feel like you're beating the distance. You feel like they're
Hmm.
much closer to you. Yeah, that is what I feel. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I agree. I feel the same way. Yeah, 'cause long distance, it's hard, just like you're saying, and it's just like you know,
Mm-hmm.
but the way me and you handle it, like I said, we talk all the time. You know, I think
Mm-hmm.
I think I said this to you before. I feel like we probably talk more and communicate more than people that actually live together. You know?
We literally,
Yeah.
we literally do. Because I remember recently one of my friends was like asking me, "How do you actually go about it?"
Hmm.
Because if you think about it, like the last visit, and it's a long distance relationship, so many temptations and all that. Like literally, anybody,
Yeah.
any human being knows that. But communication is everything. We literally communicate every other time, every other day.
Yeah.
When you're at work, you text me. When I'm doing whatever, I text
Hmm.
you. Like we are always communicating, always
Always.
communicating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is the only thing. That is the only thing that can keep you going in LDR.
Yeah. I agree. And there's challenges, but um, I feel like when it comes to LDR, I think it's beneficial. And let me say how it's beneficial for me. I feel like when it
Mm-hmm.
tests you, just your mentality and you are as a person. Because like me, if I've never been a player or a cheater or anything like that, so you know, I feel like it it shows, like with her, she constantly in communication with me just like I am with her. So you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess I'm saying is like we're we're so open
Yeah.
that we don't have those kinds of insecurities, as much,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. The moment you start thinking of the insecurities in an LDR, then that is the beginning of so many problems. You won't even have the mind to focus in your
yeah.
relationship, because your mind will always be gazing, okay, what if, what if,
Hmm.
what if? But that
Yeah.
is not something that we have. in
But
our
well,
relationship. Mm-hmm.
oh, but what I was gonna say, because it just came back, you know how bad my memory is. But you know, I feel like LDR shows how much someone means to you. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm willing to
Mm-hmm.
stand and go through everything we possibly can go through, you know, because of love, you know, for the right person. And
Yeah.
she's definitely the one for me. And I feel like it made that stronger, you know, our relationship and, you know, that
Mm-hmm.
trust and the confidence and loyalty. I mean, like we you know, I could depend on her, she could depend on me for any little thing, you know. Just like when I, you know, and because you're in a long distance relationship, it doesn't mean, you know, you're only limited to just talking. Like it's not just talking, but mentally you're together. So like when, you know, I'm going through hard times or she's going through hard times, we can talk to each other and console each
Mm-hmm.
other, research. Like when I went through cancer, you know, Emily was
Yeah.
so quick on researching everything I told her. Everything. I mean, she was on it more so than I was, you know? And
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Those are some of the that makes me think about like some of the things that I'm so grateful for when it comes to our relationship in specific is the kind of odds we've literally beaten, not even trying, but we've literally beaten in terms of health wise. You having to go through cancer, that was the most traumatic
yeah,
moment. I remember that day when you told me like your doctor called you and then you had a meeting and
yeah,
you tested positive for cancer. That was I literally it didn't feel I literally it literally broke me down so much. I I really had to act so strong to you. I kept on telling you like it's okay. It's not like you're not going to be the first person or whatnot, but it's something we're gonna overcome together. But literally, I was breaking
I
inside
know.
me.
I know you're really good on
Yeah,
hiding that in too, because you always do it. Always.
I know. Because something like that, you literally have to be there to stand up for your loved one, or even if it's a friend or family member, but you have
Hmm.
to give them like make give them a source of be a source of hope for them.
Yeah,
That is all they need at that moment.
yeah,
That piece of hope, that tiny bit of hope keeps them going.
yeah,
So I I had to be that for you, being
yeah,
that I'm your partner.
yeah. I know.
Yeah, and also like some of the stereotypes we've encountered together in terms of your
Yeah,
country, our country, but we're like, you know what? This is us. This is us. We're doing it
yeah, you know,
despite yeah, despite it all.
yeah,
So we've been able to beat it all together. And it's love. Love beats everything.
yeah. We gone over a lot
Yeah,
of,
and
we conquered a lot of stuff, and stuff been thrown at us so much, you know, all ways,
I know.
all every corner, everywhere, you know. It's like, dang.
Mm-hmm.
But no matter what, it doesn't change how we are with each other, you know.
It
No
will
one
never
dictates,
change. Yeah.
yeah, anything, you know. Our relationship's our relationship, you know. And
Yeah, it's my decision, it's your decision. We are consented to it and we know
mhm,
what you're doing. So we have agreed that love our love is going to always beat all the odds for
yep,
us.
yep,
Yeah.
you know, between
In
love
as
and
much as
God, you know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Because we are great believers. We literally believe so much in God.
oh yeah.
So
No,
yeah.
we at first when we were first started, when we were first 2 years, I think, right? We were when we were
Mm-hmm.
dating, we were doing the you was doing the daily devotions, and you used to send
Yeah.
me the daily devotions, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then this
Mm-hmm.
year, our new thing now is we're trying to read through the Bible from the very first chapter, from the very beginning all the way to, you know, the end of the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to Revelations. So that's our goal for this
Yeah.
year, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and that's another thing too about LDRs. You know, we come up with different things to, to do. Just like I introduced her to Uno. She loves Uno.
I play it all the time. I think that is the only game I've literally been so compatible to,
Yeah,
because we've done a lot of things before together, but Uno beats it all.
I know.
And and basically, because for me, I love interactive games. I love something that makes me think, something
Mhm.
like that. And LDR as a thing, it
Mhm.
needs more of different activities. You guys, couples, getting
Mhm.
relating and doing different things together just to spice up the
Yeah.
days, spice up the moments. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is one thing. Just yeah, just when you are in an LDR, just come up with anything that you can do together. Something
Yeah.
that's going to involve both of you.
Oh.
You'll bond more, you'll get to know each other more. You'll cope up with the distance, and you won't even feel like there's a distance, because
Mhm.
it feels like you're so close to me and I'm so close to you.
Yeah. Just real quick,
Yeah.
just some people
Mhm.
might not be up to par like with acronyms. So LDR is long distance relationship, just in case anybody
Yeah.
wasn't didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just thought I'd throw
Yeah.
that in
Long
there.
distance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, that is what's
Mhm.
that's more about us in terms of our relationship. This is just a tip of the iceberg, because as my fiance said, it's just an introduction video. So we're
Yeah.
just giving you a heads up of what you're gonna expect in our daily, not literally daily interactions, but in our future video interactions and
Yeah.
all that. So we're really open to recommendations on what you'd like from us, or
Yeah.
questions. Yeah, you can just be
Yeah.
curious and ask us anything,
Yeah.
as long as it's authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's
And
authentic and it's something we can open up to.
yeah. And as far as like, oh, would you recommend, or not recommend LDR? For me, I feel like it's not for everybody. Not everybody can do it.
Exactly, exactly,
Yeah.
because
Cause
it
like,
takes. Mm-hmm,
yeah, cause it's really draining and it's a lot to go through. But it's I feel like it's up to you as a person, and if you feel that you
mm-hmm.
have the strength and the commitment, you know,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do it,
mm-hmm.
you know. But I feel like if you found the right person, I don't think anything will stop you. Whether it's long
Love,
distance, whatever,
ex-
love will
love
always prevail.
actually beats the odds.
Yeah, you know. And with
Yeah,
Emily, I've
so
never had anything like this in my entire life. I'm about to be 40 this year, and I can't believe I'm be 40.
yeah, yeah. So basically, that is something a decision to indulge in long distance relationship is more of a personal decision. It's not something that someone would advise you to get into it, or it,
Yeah,
because it's hard. It's literally so hard.
yeah,
And but nothing is hard that you can't overcome when it comes to a long distance, because it all depends with you. It all starts with you and ends with
yeah,
you.
yeah,
If you decide this is what I want, then well and good.
yeah,
But it's exciting, those visits, those memories you create together. Like, you literally don't get to see each other physically on a daily, but
yeah,
you literally hold on to the memories, those memories that you
mhm,
create together due to those visits. And
yeah.
yeah, those are
And we
the
do,
best.
yeah, because we even do things like when we go to the store. She's with me. She might not be there physically, but she's with me. I'm going to the store. I'm telling her the things I'm getting. She'd be on the phone with me in video or audio, mostly video.
Mhm.
I even show her,
Yeah.
I'm walking around. I know I probably look crazy to people, but I don't care. This is my wife or soon to be wife, So I'm like, I'm showing her around the different, because the culture and the buildings and everything is completely different compared to Africa versus here. And
Yeah, no.
yeah,
I remember your last visit. You literally never opened up during the visit, but you were so shocked about everything because you've
yeah,
never visited Africa before. So you were literally shocked about a lot of things from the
yeah,
buildings, how the buildings are, to service. In as much as we really, everywhere we went to, apart from where we were getting the souvenirs,
hmm
that was the only part that we had a negative feedback on. But the service we got from the hotel
yeah. It
and
was really
from the
good.
hotel, it was really good.
Hmm
The only place was where we got the souvenir. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
The price hike? Literally, nobody prepares you as a foreigner of the price hike you're going to face when you go to a
yeah,
foreign country.
yeah,
The moment they identify you as someone who's not from this area, the
hmm
price tripled.
yeah.
And that was something I was so mad about it because I was like,
I know.
something I get for $5 being sold at $30 for one. That was ridiculous.
Hmm
Ridiculous for me.
I
Yeah.
know. I could tell you was
So that
steaming.
I,
She don't mess around when it
I
comes to
know.
me. Not at all.
I was
She
I
don't.
was like, I didn't expect that because being that that item I had gotten it not too long ago, but I had
Yeah.
gotten the same item so recently, and it was at a very fair price. But now from $5 to $30, that
Yeah.
was weird.
Yeah. No, it's terrible.
That was
But
wasting money.
that was the only negative thing. But like, oh, well, I'll say one more thing. I got a lot of stares when I visit.
That was I remember that. Everyone was staring at you. You were so
Everyone,
uncomfortable. Yeah. Everyone was
every,
staring at you.
yeah, and it's not just like
And
a quick stare look at you. No, they were like,
they, I remember at some point, I feel like you got so triggered at some point where, because someone would stare at you and they wouldn't be even ashamed or scared when you stare back at them. They'd still stare at you.
yeah,
And but that is something that happens a lot over here, especially because that happened a lot when you came
yeah,
uh, to the countryside. Like
yeah.
it was a lot over here.
I don't think I got too annoyed. The only time I got really annoyed, went to that one store. I kept telling you, this
Oh,
woman kept pushing against me,
yeah.
and I was like
I
so
remember
annoyed.
that was uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was just too much.
That was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, but I mean, like
Hmm.
most of everything else. Oh, and then one of the things I was shocked to see was kids playing. Remember, I was telling you.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
you told me that when kids were playing outside, like doing soccer outside or
yeah,
just doing different activities, and you told me that it used to happen back in your country, but those were some of the olden days, not anymore
yeah.
during your time.
It's very rare, to see that. You drive around and you never really see kids playing outside, riding bikes and all that stuff. And it was nice for me to see that when I was there, because I know it probably sounded weird, but I was like, look, kids are playing outside. I think they had like sticks or something. I can't remember. I remember it was like a group of kids and they had some sticks and they were running down the side.
I remember there's another thing that you got me so shocked about. Like you kept on staring and wondering, asking me how do they like when you saw women balancing
Oh,
things on their head.
Yeah,
That
that's
was very good.
yeah. I was like,
That was, mhm.
yeah. How do they walk up and down hills with the balance like that? Like
Yeah, I remember that one. You
so
were like,
naturally too.
how? Yeah,
Yeah.
that is something so normal over here because we do
Mm,
that. We used to do that too when we were kids. Like when
mm,
you're going to the river to get some water and you have to carry balance it on the head. So that
mm,
is something that's very common.
yeah.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
people
So
do it when they're getting some groceries from the open air markets.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that was
Yeah.
something that's so normal to us, to me as a person, that was so different and weird to you.
Yeah. It was. You know, I was like, wow. You know how some of the things were out there, but you know, it's.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's something people should experience. You know, so if you go visit Africa, you know, there are different things you should always experience in different cultures. You know.
Exactly. Especially, so me being someone, I love culture. I love
Yeah.
touring. I love experiencing something new. When
Yeah.
I live where I'm used to and I go somewhere new, I don't want to experience the same thing I experienced back in my
Yeah.
home.
All right. So,
We apologize for that.
yeah. So in the middle of the recording, internet connection, kind of,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and that's another thing too, you know, with the LDR, you know, you have to rely heavily on internet.
On internet.
Unfortunately.
That is literally, I can say that is literally the biggest problem that we
Hmm.
always face.
Yeah.
Internet. Internet
Hmm.
connection, the
Yeah.
biggest problem, because that
Cause,
is your whole reliance and you
hmm,
depend fully
yeah.
on the internet. Yeah.
But I have to
So
say one.
basically, mm,
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say one thing I am happy about compared to when I was coming up. You know, even though
Mm-hmm.
internet can be off and on, but when I was coming up, internet was so early in the stages, like it was
Mm-hmm.
bad. Like there's no way in the world we could have had clear video like we have now. It was nothing like this, you know. And then on top of that,
Yeah.
it cost a lot of money too. You know, I remember you used to pay,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to do stuff like that. And now we have so many free apps that we're basically talking long distance and it doesn't charge anything, you know. And
Yeah. Yeah.
internationally, that's unheard of, you know,
Mm-hmm.
back then. So,
Yeah, that is the upside of it. So
yeah.
basically, that is the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg. Because actually, what really another reason that drove us to this was we get to talk for so many hours together,
Hmm.
and it's always unending stories every other
Hmm.
day,
Yeah.
unending stories. And my fiance shares most of his experiences in Africa with his coworkers, friends, family,
Hmm.
and all that, as well as me. And we
Yeah.
thought about like sharing with the world about
Yeah.
our experience, our life
Yeah.
as a couple. And yeah, so this is basically the tip, just the introduction bit of it. So we'll be talking about so many other things.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to doing it for you guys. And
Yeah.
I'm excited about doing it with
Yeah.
my fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. And soon to be my wife. Yep, next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few days too. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One more thing I want to bring up before we wrap it up, but the language barrier. Um,
Yeah.
so in Kenya, apparently there's a lot of different languages out there. So, because there what? How many tribes you said there are?
There are a couple. I don't know. I can't say the
Yeah.
precise, but it's more than 40 tribes.
Yeah.
different tribes, and I can say the national language is English and Swahili, Kiswahili.
Hmm.
But then there are there are tribes which are over 40 tribes, and each tribe has their own specific mother language,
Hmm.
mother tongue. So,
Yeah.
like for me, I'm a Luo, so I speak Luo. There's Luya, there's Kikuyu, and all other tribes, many other
Yeah.
tribes, and they do. So, me as a Luo, I can't tell when when a Kikuyu speaks to me in Kikuyu. Only a Kikuyu and someone who's learned Kikuyu can speak in that language.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's respective to other languages as well. I
Yeah.
remember when you were like, I remember that moment, that time when you were like, you asked me like, how do you get to learn all these languages?
Yeah.
It's because just the way, by the wording of it, it's a mother tongue. Like you literally, even a foreign language,
Hmm.
when you get raised up speaking it or hearing it from the people around you, you get to learn it faster,
Yeah.
and it's just gets stuck to you just like that. So that's how it's easier to speak your mother tongue and those Swahili and English, because Swahili and English, they're taught in school as well,
Yeah.
but it's something you can learn by yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are topics too for the next one. Just like the schools are so different compared to here. It's a night
Oh,
and day difference.
yeah.
What they
Yeah.
teach
So,
versus and
mhm.
everything's different.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things from
Yeah.
here and here in Africa and
Yeah.
in America. So
Yeah.
hopefully we're gonna tackle as much as we can in the future
Yeah.
topics, future videos. So
Yeah.
yeah, so stay tuned and let's share our life, our experiences
Yeah.
with you.
I agree.
Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna wrap this video at this point.
Okay.
What are you gonna tell them?
Yeah. So we hope to put out at least one video a week starting off and see how well we do, and
Yeah, yeah,
at least try to do one. And then it's not gonna be like this every time. There's gonna be, you know, other things. Like when she's out, she can start taking more videos. While I'm out, I'll take videos. We can compare the supermarkets, the malls, you know, just the scenery,
yeah.
kind of compare to
That,
similar, you know,
hmm
in a way of life too,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, more of lifestyle. Like
Hmm.
we'll also be documenting our different lifestyles and all
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
sharing with you.
yeah. And hopefully I could
So,
convince her to share some of the food that she makes because it is
yeah,
good.
I'm like the best food in Kenya.
Yes, she can cook. Oh my goodness. When I was there, man, that was the best. I loved every bit of it. I did not complain at one time about any of your cooking, did I?
Yeah, at least that is something I can brag about because
Yeah,
I get the I I get like good compliments from family, friends, and yeah, people who've had my meals. So
yeah,
I'm a great cook. I
yeah.
might qualify for the best cook in Kenya.
Yeah.
hmm
So, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
love the kitchen, by the way, and cooking is something that I find so therapeutic to me. I just love sampling food,
hmm,
and I love just being in the kitchen. I love cooking.
yeah. Yeah, you definitely good at it,
Yeah.
And there's also it was pretty cool to experience
Yeah.
not just her cooking, but like the difference in like over here we have sweet potatoes that we call as yams, but their yams is
Mm-hmm.
different from sweet potatoes, And what was the
Yeah,
other one?
yams is.
It was I said yams, and there was some.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was sweet potatoes and yams. They both were like different.
Yeah, yeah, sweet potatoes and yams.
Yeah, they both were different. Yeah, their
Mm-hmm.
sweet potatoes was different and their yams is different from us. We just say sweet potatoes is just that one what reddish brownish potato, and then that's also what we use as yams, and it's not what they have there. I mean, they have that, but they have other things they call yams and stuff, and sweet potatoes. So yeah, and they were good.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
really. Oh, that's one thing I remember. I was when I was about when before you visited, cause thinking of it, I was getting like people telling me that you have to at least try and get to know how to make their kind of meals so that they
Hmm.
don't starve when they come here. But I was like, I just wanna do me when it comes to that
Hmm.
because I understand like me as a person, if I was to travel and go to a different country, let me say Asia, I don't want to go and find African meals there.
Right.
I want to go and try the Asian, the Indian cuisines. Like I want to go and try and have an experience.
Hmm.
I love having experience of different things.
Yeah, same here. That's what I want
So
too. Yeah.
I wanted him to come and have our natural kind of African meal so that he can
Hmm.
have an experience of it, but for himself, literally
Yeah.
first hand experience.
Yep.
And yeah, and it worked. He actually loved all the
Everything.
meals that we made for him.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
didn't complain about not one thing. Everything was good. I could eat everything, everything I had, I could eat again. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And that is a big shout out to my mom and my sisters. They really helped on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, we can end it here, and hopefully next week we'll have some more, have another video, and then something different. We might review something like a video together.
Hmm.
We'll do it on here as well. We'll just review it on here and then kind of have a discussion about it. Not sure
Yeah.
what video yet. We'll we'll see. But just stay tuned
Yeah.
for our next one.
Okay.
All right.
Goodbye.
All right. Thank you for tuning in.
You said that?
I was doing the intro, the outro. Hold on, let me redo it because that part can cut. Okay, ready?